Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. As you can see, I have two VIPs here with me today. I'm really excited to introduce you all to Chris Doyle, Vice President of Haddonstone Cast Stone. Beautiful, beautiful garden structures. You guys saw the patio makeover, the front patio makeover I did with the Haddonstone heritage planters in the front, and they were absolutely gorgeous. And Chris is here visiting us from Colorado today. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And then, of course, we have the lovely Michael Glassman, who actually introduced me to Haddonstone.
Yes.
Way back, I don't remember when we did the video, but the French garden.
The French garden.
You're sitting here and you're pointing out these beautiful fountains and everything like that, and you're like, oh, that's Haddonstone, and that's how we got hooked up together, Chris and I, because Michael was just raving about how great it was. Anyway, we're here today to talk about this spot over here, right? Yes. You guys have been following along with the whole process of the back garden renovation, and I've been teasing a bit of possible fountain that's going to go back here. And I wanted Chris to come today to talk about Haddonstone, the history behind the company. You guys have been around for over 50 years, right?
Yeah, 55 years this year.
Yeah.
Crazy. And 30 years in the US.
30 years based out of Colorado, right? And you make things in Colorado, but base is in Britain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So still family owned. Bob Barrow started the business 55 years ago.
Wow.
Started off making pots and they were originally in the leather industry, believe it or not.
Whoa.
And then he had a hobby of creating planters and pots, and he had 7 designs. 3 of them are still in the range now.
Wow.
Made them from his garage, and here we are 55 years later selling them across the globe. So
and you all are in some public gardens in Britain, right?
We are. We also have our own show garden in Britain as well.
Which I'm going to go to.
Where
Jason, it's on our list.
There's plenty to see there.
I
know. For sure.
I know. It'll be a dream of mine to go there. So for someone who is not really familiar with Haddonstone, right? Can you tell us, like a little bit of the history, and then, well, you've already kind of started, but basically what makes you guys unique, right?
Yeah, obviously there's lots of things that lots of people make cast limestone products.
Mm-hmm.
Without going too technical, the level of limestone in particular, we have a very high level of limestone, not just cement, which really gives it a natural finish to assimilate limestone. I think the key thing though, and we quite pride ourselves on this, even though we have some contemporary designs, we've kept the casting methods as traditional as we can.
So tell me, what's the...
We don't use, everything we make is hand touched.
Really?
No machines. We use machines to mill the wood, but somebody's there milling it. There's no CNC machines.
Wow.
Everything is carved to make the molds, and then everything is either, depending on the mix type, hand poured into the mold, or hand compacted in like a texture of beach sand or wet beach sand until it's set overnight.
I love their product because not only the look, you can mix and match and everything, but as it ages, it takes on a whole different patina. It mosses over. It changes a little bit of color. They also have different colors you can choose from. But that's what I love is, clients tell me, which is really funny, oh my God, I went to Europe and I love how it looks so old and everything.
England
and Italy and everything. And people talk about, how old and we're relatively new here. But when you start putting that product in your garden, and it's the one thing that I have to say that I love, and it's my philosophy. I love interior design, you know that.
Yes.
But you buy a couch, you buy a table and everything, it doesn't change. The table doesn't grow or anything. But you do a landscape, and whatever you start with now, it just keeps getting better. And now with the products, the Haddonstone, it gets better. It doesn't just stay the same. It embellishes, it changes, it takes on a whole new look.
I know.
And that's the whole thing that I think what makes it so exciting is that every year it gets better.
Yes. So these type of products from Haddonstone, they're not like, we're not going to the big box store and throwing it in a cart.
Right.
Like this is like a lifetime type. Like I'm so excited about my planters out front because I know I'm going to have them forever, absolutely forever. And as they age and as they get kind of mossy and everything, it's just going to be so beautiful. So I know a lot of you watching are, I know a lot of people like that really classical element, right? The beautiful sculptures, the beautiful fountains that you guys have. But what advice would you give to somebody who wants something like that, a classical element, without overdoing it? Because I know a lot of people are afraid of overdoing it.
Right, and that's one of the things, less is more.
Yeah.
One piece, one elegant piece, and a lot of design is eclectic.
Yeah.
It's mixing styles, mixing things so it all doesn't look like matchy-matchy.
Right.
That's one of the things that I talk to people. You unify your hardscape, but that's why you use different plants. You don't want them all to look the same. It's when you get one piece, one urn, one incredible fountain, that suddenly elevates the yard. Now, if you've got 10 of the same thing, you go, yeah. But if you've got one element, one Haddonstone urn that you make the thing, you make one fountain, the statue, and you make that the focal point, and you go, and people go, that's gorgeous.
Like the Gothic fountain. I'll show you a picture of one that Michael designed. The Gothic fountain.
Right.
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and it has
and it's just one element.
One element. And what it does is it makes the whole yard, it becomes a focal point and it features that.
Beautiful.
So what I say to your viewers are, and it's not inexpensive, but it's quality, it lasts. If you buy one piece and you make that the focal point and you really embellish it, you make it special, it stands out. It's a superstar. It's like, I'm the superstar.
Oh, I'm so excited. So do you have a lot of Haddonstone in your own property?
I do. My wife keeps adding to it.
Oh, no.
She's
spoiled.
There's a lot there. She's a bit more, we have differences in design opinion.
Oh, yeah?
She's a little bit more contemporary.
Oh, I love it.
Me, I've been with the company, be 16 years this year, so I'm a traditionalist.
Is she British too?
She is British as well.
Chris and his family moved, in what, 2022?
July 22.
From Britain all the way over here into Colorado, near the factory, right near the Colorado factory, which I would love to visit someday.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and so it's so fun to have you guys here. All right, the other question that I have before we start talking about the fountain that's going to come here is, if you had somebody that was asking you, like, how do I choose what the first thing that I want to invest in, the first structural element in my garden? What advice would you give them for the very first thing?
I think, well, first of all, Michael hit the nail on the head. Start small.
Start small.
You can always undo something small and not get overwhelmed with trying to transform the whole landscape in one go.
Okay.
And the first thing I would look at, to be honest, is look at the location. Decide on the location of where you would like the piece to be. Whether that be a statue in the corner to allow the shrubs to kind of overgrow around it, let the patina go, or whether you want a statue in the middle of a circular yard like this.
Right,
maybe raise it on a pedestal, and as you walk through either entrance on either side or the back door, it's going to draw your eye straight away. So I would say consider location first.
That's good advice.
Start small and then grow with that instead of going too big too quickly, and then before you know it, it can get overwhelming quite quickly.
Totally. That's what you always say too. Really
get one area done, enjoy it, be thrilled with it, and then if you want to add, you can. But if you overdo it, your eyes roll back in your head, and you kind of, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Your pocketbook is going to be very happy either.
The checkbook is very important because when you're trying to go, there is no more money in that checkbook.
I can't even afford plants now.
Exactly.
I spent all my money on a fountain. Yeah.
So we're going to eat the Haddonstone plant.
No, you're right. We're not. We are at the higher end of the market.
You guys are quality.
And we stand behind that.
Yeah.
That urn or fountain or statue will be there for 50 years.
It's a lifetime.
For 50, it lasts. And that, you know what, better to pay more money for something that's going to last. Sustainability is so important than buy something cheap and then a year, 2 years later, the thing falls apart.
You've taught me that a lot. There's been many times, let's not talk about my planters, okay, everybody? There's been many times when Michael has said to me, like, are you sure you don't want to just add some more money? But I also have Jason being like, no. But I am learning it, wait a little bit longer, and then when you can afford the right thing, it's really, really worth it in the long run. Yeah, it's really worth it in the long run. Okay, well, not to bring attention to me and my garden, but let's talk about my garden. So all of you know, we've been doing this whole project back here, and it is just looking so stunning. Chris came and visited us in November, and what do you think about the change?
it looks so much bigger. When I walked around the back, I was like, wow.
Oh, it's a big
Yes.
difference. But one of the things that we like when Michael was designing, we wanted to focus on the greenhouse, right? And then you were like, you need some type of water feature here. You need to do something. And so tell us about what deciding to put something right here.
This needed to be dramatic. This needed to have the wow factor.
Yeah.
If nothing else, this had to be the wow factor, because when you stand in the greenhouse and look down, this is what you see. When you go down the walkway, this is what you see. So we decided, and doing something that looks like a peanut,
I know.
it wouldn't work.
I know.
So we picked a fountain that it's got a basin, a bottom basin,
and
then a pedestal with an urn on it, and the water will cascade over this. And what I love about it is the gravel was just here temporarily right here. This is all planting
all around here, grasses and things like that. So let me tell you guys about the fountain from Haddonstone that we picked out. It's called the Roman Small Pool Surround, and then the West Lodge Fountain in the middle. And it's absolutely gorgeous because we're going to put it up on like a little pedestal thing, and then the water's going to kind of trickle
almost
over.
They call it a plinth.
Yeah, we can call it a plinth.
Plinth.
Love that. Michael's used to it. I like it.
Yeah. Is there the West Lodge Fountain seems like a pretty classic piece from you guys?
It is. It's got intricate detail, and I like it as well. Like, it's not too big either.
Right.
So you don't need a huge space. And the bit that I like about this design in particular is you can walk both ways around it.
Yes.
If you've got the circular piece, you can go either side.
Yes.
And as you're walking back, you can go either side as well. And it just makes more sense than it be to cut off one corner or one section.
Totally,
so it'll look great.
Haddonstone has really beautiful fountains, just if you guys are interested, that don't have to have the pool surround.
Right.
They have just freestanding fountains.
Self-circulating.
Self-circulating fountains. They're really beautiful. But we figured, since we were already doing this,
right,
we might as well.
Exactly. We wanted something you could see from 360 degrees, and yes, it's a little bit on the formal side, but it's not Venus coming out of the concha.
Although I was tempted, right? Were we not tempted?
It's not 20 feet tall. It's okay.
Exactly. But this is going to be the thing that people look at. I mean, you could even, later on, you could even put some water plants, some hyacinths, some horsetails in it. I mean, again, you can always soften it down. And the one thing I keep telling everyone, this is gorgeous. But when Janie does her magic, which it truly is magic.
Thank you, yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, your viewers have seen your front yard.
I know.
The purples and the pinks and the different textures. I mean, people are going to look at this and go, oh my God.
I was telling Michael, this is the worst this garden is going to look all year right now, because as soon as we start adding the fountain and the plants and everything, it's just going to be absolutely stunning.
And I know you think your planters are ugly. When we paint them black,
they'll be fine.
Yes, and you've got things gushing over them. It'll be like, oh my God.
I know, but when I have this beautiful fountain and compare that to the $50 planters I got from Amazon, I know. So anyway, I just want to say a huge thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
We are actually headed over to the French Garden.
We're going
to go take a look at that and show Chris in person. And you're so great. You're actually out here for another project.
Yes, a couple of projects going on right now. So yeah, both exciting projects.
Yeah.
So we do a lot on this side of the coast. So
which is fantastic.
Looking forward to growing it some more.
Yeah. So
what do they say? The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. So I know a lot of you have been asking what our plan is for the fountain, and it should be coming relatively soon. But of course, we have to get all of our ducks in a row and everything. But you can see from the pictures how beautiful this fountain is going to be. And head over to Haddonstone and check out all the videos that they have, all the really, really cool, beautiful pictures, because it's just so inspirational. And if you're interested in adding something like that to your garden, contact them, because they're so helpful, and they'll be more than, tell them Janie sent you, basically. So anyway, Michael, you're the best. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Chris, you're awesome.
Thank
you
you
for coming
very
out
much.
here.
Anytime.
I'm going to treat these guys to lunch, and then we're going to go look at some beautiful gardens. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.